Hey guys, it's Andy, and as you know, I often am pretty hard on myself. I find that I have a lot of flaws, and for a long time I think I've been not really working on those flaws. I've just been talking about how I do have flaws. So recently I've been trying to work on some of the things that I don't like about myself and make them better so I do like them about myself. And not in a bad way, not like I think that I'm a horrible person and everything I do is wrong and I'm trying to change things that are actually good about me. This is genuinely things that I think are flaws because we all have them and I'm trying to improve them. And one of the things that I think is a really, really huge flaw of mine that I've had for my entire life is that I have a tendency to do things halfway. Like starting back in elementary school with science fair projects that you don't start until the night before. And it just was always so disappointing because I would have ideas and I wouldn't follow through on them because I was just lazy. This sort of is like related to like procrastination issues and stuff like that, but also I think it's deep-seated in a fear of failure. You have these great ideas, but you're afraid that you're not going to be able to succeed at them, so you sabotage yourself by not trying your best, and then you do fail at it because you expected to if you tried, so you just didn't try. Why bother? And this is something that I think I did all through high school, all through college. I just didn't try hard enough. I did the minimum amount of effort necessary to get through. And I can look back and regret that deeply because I could have done so many things and done them so much better if I just put my entire heart and soul into what I was doing. And the funny thing is, I hate when I do that. I hate doing things halfway and not putting my effort forward because they're generally things that I care about, and that's why I'm afraid. I think that's why I end up doing things halfway, is because they're the things that I care about. And I'm just have this fear of failure at them. And I don't want to mess up, so therefore I sabotage myself into messing up. So I can say, oh, look, I did mess up, I can't do it. Or I convince myself that it's not possible. It's like with me doing YouTube right now. I convince myself every day, what's the freaking point? Because it's not like anyone watches my videos, but hey, you're watching this video right now. Hey, what's up? Welcome here to listening to me bitch about everything. Back to what I was talking about though, is that I feel that I don't fully commit. And I really don't like that about myself. I don't commit to what I want to do, and I don't say, I'm going to devote myself to this. I say I want to. I say I want to a lot. And it doesn't work that way. You can't just say you want to do something and expect it to happen on its own. Dreams don't come true on their own. Every day I wake up and I have this like incredible want to do things, but I don't follow through on it, and it's disappointing every night when I go to bed and I'm like, I wish I'd done that properly, I wish I'd done that. Or it happens a week later or a month later or 4 years later when I look back at my high school career and think, why didn't I try harder? Why didn't I do more? Because you can never go back and try again at that. That's gone forever. Doing things halfway will just result in mediocrity, and you'll be upset about it later in life, and you can never go back and change it. And this has been like my mid-year resolution, is to start actually caring about the things that I really, really care about. And I'm getting a little emotional right now talking about it, because I really, really love these things that I do with writing and making YouTube videos and all the things that I do. I really care about them, but I psych myself out doing them and I only do half the effort. And it sucks, guys. It's like if I want my work to matter someday, I can't just sit there and stare at it and say, I want this to be good, I want this to matter. I have to put in the effort for it. And I don't know if it's laziness or if it's fear. I don't really know. I'm not a psychiatrist or whatever. I can't diagnose exactly what the problem is. All I can do is try to work hard to change it. And I'm finally doing that. I'm 23 and I'm just now deciding that I need to start trying. And that's not necessarily so bad. I mean, you can change your mind anytime, at any point in your life. You can say, I want to do this and I want to do it for real. I want to care about what I'm doing. And you know what? Caring hurts a lot. Caring about what you're doing hurts. Like, I can't even explain. I think the reason people do things halfway a lot of the time is because they know how much it will hurt if they put all their effort into it and it still doesn't work. But if you don't put all your effort into it, then you know it definitely won't work. If you want something to happen, you've got to put your whole heart and soul into it. And it really, really has to be your whole heart and soul, or else you're not going to get the results that you want, or you're not going to feel good about what you did get. And it's just, guys, I can't even express how much I believe in this right now. Like, you've got to try. I know that's such a simple thing to say, but it's just been mind-blowing to me about how I haven't been trying. And I just want to try, and I want to have fun trying, and I want to put all of my effort into what I'm doing. I love doing this and writing, and I want to do it every moment that I can. And I can't psych myself out and only do it halfway and say, I'll try harder tomorrow, because every day tomorrow gets there and you're still not trying hard enough. If you don't go to bed at every night thinking, I did it, I did my best today, then you could have done better. And hey, you're not going to do that every day. Like, let's be straight up. Some days you're going to have days where you didn't do it. You didn't try hard enough, and that's okay. You can't get down on yourself for that. I don't want you to think that I'm saying get down on yourself for days that you don't do it all perfectly, because you're never going to do it perfectly. But you should work towards the goal of saying, I did everything I possibly could today to do what I want to do. Because we only have one life. That's so insane. We only have one life, and 23 years of mine are already gone, and I don't know how many years I get. And if you want it all to mean something, if you want it all to do something for you in your mind and your soul, and you feel like you need to do something with it, you've got to do it. You've got to really try every day to get to that point that you want to be at. Because if you're doing things halfway, the only person that you're really disappointing is yourself. And I've been disappointing myself a lot, especially over the past, couple of years. And I'm kind of tired of it. And I've decided to be more accountable to myself about it. So if you guys agree with that, if you also have a problem with doing things halfway, then let's talk about it in the comments to discuss, offer up ideas on how to be the best person you can be. So thank you so much for joining me on this trip into Andeeland. I'm sorry that I got a little bit rambly about this stuff. I really care about it, and when I care about things, I just sort of get really passionate about it. So if you'd like, you can click here to be sent to my last video, which is probably a little bit more lighthearted, or you can click somewhere else to subscribe to my channel and see new videos on Mondays and Fridays. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and share it with a friend if you think they'd like it too. If you think they need inspiring too, then I'd love for them to see it as well. See you next time. Bye, guys.